Hi, it's Mike Stevenson here. In this video, we're going to look at the third sample in my series of videos about using Azure OpenAI and OpenTelemetry to look at the observability and how this can help us with cost. In this video, we're going to take the sample we built in the previous video where we started using OpenTelemetry to get data into App Insights, but we're now going to go further and we're going to add logging of prompts and message bodies and have a look at how we can open that up. So there's a couple of key bits here. So we look at the core difference between sample 2 and sample 3. Here in sample 2 we used OpenTelemetry. By default, the enable sensitive data is set to false, so we're going to explicitly set that to true, and that's what sends data to App Insights that'll have the prompts and the messages in and out coming into it. So a couple of things that change in this one. So really it's about the prompts. So in sample 1 they weren't stored. Now they're stored as attributes that we can query. Pretty much everything else is the same. So when would we use this and when wouldn't we? So for debugging, it's brilliant. For auditing models in a controlled environment, it would be really good. Compliance, where you need to log all of the messages and stuff, it might work really well there. You want to avoid this if your prompt may contain personal sensitive information, so you might want to look at implementing some kind of custom pattern to be able to log those prompts. App Insights is great, but you're going to be in a log that's going to be, it's not as designed for tightly controlled access control to different messages and stuff. So you might need a more advanced solution in that scenario. If you're running in production, you do also need to be aware that in your log, you are going to potentially have a lot of data getting logged if you've got a high volume of AI activity coming in. So adding message logging may potentially increase your cost significantly in that scenario. So it's really a trade-off between the value of the log versus the cost for it. So if we look at the sequence diagram we had previously, the key bit is when we make the call out to OpenAI, we've got this new value set, and that's going to make automatically some of the properties in the telemetry get set with those prompts. Everything else is pretty much the same. So here we'll see, we'll still have the metrics we had before, but on the ChatGPT 4.0 request, we'll have the prompts as 2 properties down the bottom here. Now, when it comes to App Insight, there's a couple of things that'll change under the hood. So we will keep our logging in the dependency log. So we're going to have some additional custom dimensions will get logged. But there's also going to be another log that starts getting populated, which is called Gen AI content. And that'll also have message bodies in there as well, so we can look at the differences between how they get stored. Now, you can join these tables based on the operation ID, so you could link a request through to dependencies and Gen AI content if you needed to. And a couple of queries we're going to look at just on the screen here to give you an idea of things like get all of the prompts just as a list, or we can look at kind of the dependencies and the custom metrics is still valid as well. Now, if we just run this particular one now, so I'm going to run it. Okay, so I'll step through here. Right, now here's the key bit if I step over there. So where we've got use OpenTelemetry, we've enabled sensitive data. So that's the only line of code really that's changed from the last sample. We've still got our request that we artificially create. We call the model, log the request, log the tokens and so on. and that'll just run through exactly as before. Now, if we go over to App Insights here, so if we go to the search, and we should be able to look for some of the executions that have happened recently. And you'll see here's my custom request at the top, but we're really looking for the dependency which calls out to the model. And the key bit we're looking for is App Insights is showing us these messages. So we've got the user message and the generated output. We've still got the tokens down the bottom we had previously, which is great. And we can see here, we can, kind of open that up and see what they look like. So that looks really awesome to me. Dead easy to get that in the logs. Now let's also take a look at some of the queries that we can run. So if I go back over here, so we'll have a look at this Gen AI content. So you can see here I've got a recent message, maybe make that 24 hours. So you can see we've got some recent messages here, and I've just projected out the prompts down at the bottom here. We could also just have a look at the raw table if we wanted to. You can see you'll get, you'll be able to like drill into these if they've got multiple messages as part of them and stuff. And then you'll get custom dimensions down at the bottom here where you're going to get all of the tokens and stuff like that. So I think the idea is that the Gen AI content's more of like an audit log as opposed to the typical dependency and trace and request logs. Okay, now I'll have one more quick query. So if we have a look at the dependency log over here, so you see we've got a similar idea. We've just projected out the columns again. This one includes things like the duration, the success, and all the extra things you would get with the dependency log that you wouldn't get with just the audit log of the execution running. So we've got a couple of different ways we can use these logs, but you could see it was really easy to add that message body if we needed it, and I guess we can pick and choose whether we actually log it or not. I guess one of the things you might do when you're looking for prompts that have a high number of tokens, you can probably log these and kind of troubleshoot why they're so high and stuff like that. Otherwise, thank you for listening to today's video. In subsequent videos, we're going to start looking at what happens if we use API management as a proxy for an AI model, and we'll also start looking at things like what if we build agents, how do they affect the App Insights and the OpenTelemetry usage.